We're going to be rating some of these new Spider-Man cards. They're crazy. Are they canon? Do they even act like the actual, characters? We're going to find out. Okay, we're going to start with a Spider Bite. This is a Web Warden. This is a 3-mana 2/2 Spider Avatar Hero. Okay, I'll get to this in a second. Like, it's not a human? Oh, I guess it's a bite. I guess that's different. It's a cyber creature. When Spider Bite enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Is that like a superior version of Man-O-War? Man-O-War. So when the Man-O-War came into play, it was a 3-mana 2/2 jellyfish. Enters battlefield, return target creature. Wow, this is a superior Man-O-War. I can't tell if there's I can't tell if this is actually a really good card or this is actually below par. But anyway, it's decent. You have a 3-mana Spider Avatar hero, although it's not a human. Man, if they gave this the human type, I guess the Spider Bite just ain't human. It's more machine than man at this point, like Darth Vader. Man-O-War is goated. Well, now and now it's obsolete. Sorry about that, Man-O-War, but you are now completely been power crept out of the game by the Spider Bites, which not only bounces more cards than you, is also legendary, so it can be somebody's commander. And lastly, it has three creature types. So you can put this in your Avatar deck, your Spider deck, or your Hero deck. It's going to look really weird in the Spider deck, though. The Spider deck is like mostly green creatures for the most part. All right, next up, let's take a look at the other Spider-Man 2099. Spider-Man 2099. Oh, is it this one? Because I think we looked at the other one on the show. Okay, this is Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara. This is going to be an absolute pain for people to be looking up cards and go getting them. It's like, hey, go get the Spider-Man 2099. All right, that card's great. No, not that one. The Miguel one, stupid. Okay, this is a 5-mana 4/4 Spider Human Hero. This one's a human. When half spider, half man, right? That's the name. When Spider-Man 2099 enters, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. It's a very crappy Man-O-War. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, I love it. You draw a card. That's what every card should have that ability. So every single time we attack with creatures, we're drawing something. So this is Man-O-War with Coastal Piracy attached to it. Coastal Piracy is 4 mana. Man-O-War is 3 mana. You combine them, we have 5 mana. Also, we have a 4/4 creature on top of that. Not standard legal, and this is part of the beginner deck? Really? Marvel's Spider-Man Eternal? It's a great card anyway. I don't mind. Okay, we got Archangel New with Jill. Jill, Shiva's Dominant. This is a Final Fantasy card. You can put it in your Spider-Man deck. Don't get me wrong. You can make your own lore. But with this is a Spider-Man show. Sorry about that, Archangel. Oh, it's half of Jill. That's what you meant. Oh, I thought. Okay, enters, return up to 1 target non-land permanent. But Jill has another completely other ability. Also a backside. You could say Spider-Man is 1/4 of Jill. It was yeah. Okay, I get it. I'm a slow reader, or I'm a slow I read faster than I respond. Okay, next. Has Spider-Punk been said? I believe so. Like, we've done... Yeah, we did this show last time. There's a lot of other cards, though. Come on. There's a lot of cards that we didn't do. Millions. I looked. Christopher V says, in addition to Man-O-War and Spider Bite, Exclusion Mage, Jill, and Winter Eladrin. What the hell is that? Winter Eladrin. Oh, this 3-mana 2/2 enters the battlefield to return up to 1 target other target creature to its owner's hand. Yeah, look at that. They're all creatures, right? All those cards bounce creatures. This one says, okay, we bounce enchantments, we bounce artifacts, we bounce planeswalkers. There's actually one other card, isn't there? It's more than exclusion. There's an old guy. An old guy also bounces cards. Can't remember that. I can't remember the old guy's name though. Jill gets a non-land. Oh yeah. Well, Jill. Well, Jill costs a pretty penny. Oh no, hold on. Jill was. Let's go look at Jill again. No, Jill. Yeah, Jill was 3 mana itself. Fantastic card. Arguably, maybe even superior to Spider Bite, because it has a million other abilities attached to it, in addition to another side. Okay, William, sticking on brand to the show. The Soul Stone. This is... is this released? This is a very blurry image. It's a 2 mana Infinity Stone, indestructible, tap, add a black. For 7 mana, tap, exile a creature you control. Harness the Soul Stone. Once harnessed, its Infinity ability is activated. So, Infinity, at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That's some crazy voodoo. This thing's busted. It's actually insane. So it's a free mana rock. Sorry for the black decks. It's indestructible, can't be blown up, and it has an upside to it. Arguably an upside that's even better than, way better than, say, Mind Stone. This is just for the low price of 7 mana and exiling a creature. You get creatures back over and over again for an eternity. Little Devil says, sadly, I have no interest in this set as I'm not a Spider-Man fan, so I got nothing. If I were Spider-Man Universes Beyond, though, you know what? I'm not that deep into the Spider-Man lore myself. This is all news to me. I didn't know there was a Spider-Man 2099. I didn't know there was a Spider-Bite. I didn't even know there's all these alternate universes. Hold on, is this in reference to, was it Thanos? The Soul Stone? I don't know where... It's an Infinity Stone. Is this like one of Thanos's Gauntlet Stones? I feel like this is beyond the lore of Spider-Man at this point. We've gone beyond the lore. Were there 5 Infinity Stones? Don't know much about comics. There were at least 5 on Thanos's Gauntlet. At least 5. It's one of the 6 for the Gauntlet. Oh, so they are going beyond. So we're moving to... What was that? The Avengers? That was the Avengers, right? So we went from Spider-Man, now we're bleeding off into the Avengers, and then we're just going to move on to the rest of the Marvel Universe. We're expecting 5 more Marvel sets now. I don't doubt it, just like all the Marvel spin-offs. Okay, this card is amazing. Rated Lex, Spider-Punk is amazing, and I love the character. We already looked at that card, but you know what? Just for you, Rated Lex, we'll look at it again. You super chatted enough. You love the Spider-Punk? What was the power? Oh, you know what? You know what Spider-Punk's real power probably was? Destroying symbiotes. So anyway, it's 2 mana, 2/1 with Riot. That makes a whole lot of sense because it's making a lot of noise. Do I have the most rock band sound effect that I have here? If anyone doesn't know, like the symbiotes, like Venom and Carnage, they hate noise. They probably can't listen to music. They'll definitely have the bass really, really low. Sucks for them. Or was it bass, or was it high frequency noise that they hated? Can't remember. I think there was, in the comics, someone was blasting a guitar and it like weakened them completely. Was it rock? Rock, I mean. Spider-Punk's power is the power of rock. That's right. I think we looked at Gwen. Let's look at Gwen Stacy. Gwen. I can't remember if we did Gwen Stacy. Here's a good question. Which one did we do? Did we do both or one? I think we did this one for sure. Gwen Stacy, Ghost Spider Gwen Stacy, 5 mana, 4/4 menace. When she attacks, she deals X damage, defending player X's number of attacking creatures. Okay, do I gotta just look up Spider-Man? Or we have to look up all the Spider-Man cards? There's a lot more that we didn't do. We literally looked at like 6 Spider-Man cards last time. Spider this, Spider that. Okay, I have at least these available. See, one of 90, there's 96 cards. 96 cards, people. We didn't look at this one. The amateur hero. Oh man, Doc Ock really let themselves go. This is a 3-mana, 3/3 human hero. When this creature enters, you gain 2 life. Okay, I understand why no one suggested this card. It's sort of pathetic in the grand scheme of things. It's going to be a draft playable though. Is this like for the beginner pre-constructed deck or something? Okay, next. Let's go with Toilet Duck's Thwip. Is a flavor fail. It should give reach instead of flying. Really? Okay, it's a white instant. I guess this is just the sound. The sound of this, what do I call this? The web? The web coming out of Spider-Man's arms. Target creature gets +2/+2 and gains flying until end of turn. If it's a spider, you gain 2 life. Said it should give reach instead of flying. I guess the idea though is as Spider-Man is whipping and like riding the buildings left and right, it's basically his engineered flight effectively. I mean, at least from the criminal's perspective, he's just coming out of nowhere. He's coming from the sky. Next up, Christopher B. Oh, by the way, I have to judge this card. It's a crappy card. Draft playable. Maybe. Hopefully. Okay, next we have again, Pop-Tarts. Okay, we have Spider. Oh, I think we did Spider Rex. It's the dinosaur. I have no idea where on Earth in the lore this came from. They must have had a Jurassic Park spin-off of some sort. William has something to say about the Soul Stone. The Soul Stone is probably in the set. Ugh, can't find the Soul Stone. It's probably in the set just to be a chase card, although I would love all the stones to be dropped at the same time. Win an alternative win con for collecting them all in standard. Could happen. They're probably gonna make like, I don't know, Thanos' gauntlet. And if you have all affinity stones in play, you win the game, basically. Or you can activate the gauntlet and half the players in the game lose the game. How do people like that? Wouldn't that be flavorful? For anyone that didn't watch the Avengers, I haven't watched most of it, but I know enough that like Thanos snapped his fingers and then half of the people were dead. You could do that twice in Commander and you win the game. Snap your fingers once, 2 people are gone. Snap your fingers again next turn and you win the match. Jess, not a fan of this set. It's gonna suck. Donkey all over itself. Not a fan of Spider-Man. Little Deadfly says you win the game and destroy half the other player's deck, as in rip up all their cards. That's an you know what? That's actually not a bad idea either. Not literally, but figuratively. Like mill out half their deck for some reason. Welcome, Talthar. You have no cards. We can just, I mean, if we have to. Oh, and yeah, so this is, where's my... Okay, so we can grab another one. We got the Amazing Alliance. This is a 3-mana enchantment. Creatures you control get +1/+1, so it's a lord. Whenever you attack with 1 or more legendary creatures, you gain that much life. How did no one suggest this card? This is literally an anthem with 1 or more creature, 1 or more... Oh, it has to be legendary creatures. That's fine. If you gain that much life. This is for the people that love life gain. And also for people that like buffing up their creatures. Elixir says, I just don't understand why they insist on printing staples like the Soulstone. That goes into every black deck. It's such a bad design in that regard. You know what? I'll tell you why, Elixir. Because there is a point where they keep power creeping the cards that it doesn't go in every deck anymore. And what I mean by that, like take a look at Gilded Lotus. Okay, I'm not like a Commander historian, but from what I understand, like this was like a staple. Like every Commander deck needed this card. What were some other staples? But like it's just like pushed out. Like, yeah, you can play it if you really want to, but it's not like an auto include anymore. So yeah, the Soul Stone is going to be an auto include until they print a bunch of other stuff that is so much better that this is no longer an auto include anymore. Stormy Cat has a better answer. Money! All these sets are here to make money. And they're doing a good job of it. They're making money like crazy. Not that they're sharing it with the competitive players, but they're making money like crazy. Gilded Lotus was a staple, and yeah, it got power crept out. And one day the Soul Stone will be power crept out. Someone set a Google reminder in 5 years to see if the Soul Stone is like a staple in every black deck. Soul Ring is a staple. That's hard to power creep out. It's one of those old cards. I mean, it's basically power 9. Screw Time Twister. Soul Ring is the real power 9. At least the art on the Soul Stone could work in normal MTG. Oh yeah, it looks amazing. The only thing weird about it is this damn Spider-Man logo. So out of place here. Christopher B is like, Lila. Okay, let's look at Lila. It's your time to shine, Christopher B. No one else knows any of the other cards in this set. This is a 4-mana 2/2 Illusion Advisor. Does that mean it will disappear? It's like a figment of my imagination. You target it and poof, it's gone. No, that's not. This is not that kind of illusion. Whenever you draw a card, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. That's not bad. There's a lot of decks that draw a lot of cards out. So basically, as many cards as you draw, you get +1/+1 counters. The only problem is if you're getting card advantage in a way that's not drawing cards, you get nothing. But don't worry, there's a lot of cards that draw cards out there. Lestian says, did we see Spider-Man Noir? Spider-Man. I don't think so. Oh, look at that. 5-mana 4/4 Spider Human Hero. Looks like a detective. It was a cool day on August 25th of 1985. Anyway, Menace. Whenever a creature you control attacks alone, put a +1/+1 counter on it, then surveil X, where X is the number of counters on it. Look the top X cards of your library, then put any number of them into your graveyard. And the rest on top of your library in any order. See, Spider-Man Noir is going to get to the bottom of this. This is very clunky. Very nice draft card, though. Is it in the... looks like it's in Marvel Spider-Man. I can't tell if this is going to be in the pre-con. Dick Dario says, it looks like it was meant to be printed in Edge of Eternities, the Soul Stone. Could be. Could have a little bit of crossover action. Steve Cooper says, I'm pretty sure they use illusion for any hologram type creatures. That makes a lot of sense. I can't believe they didn't make Spider-Man Noir a detective. I'm assuming detective. Looks like a detective. Is this not a detective? You know, I mean, if you get down to it, like, what is Spider-Man? Isn't he a detective? Isn't he a detective? Isn't he like Like, what's the difference between him and Batman? I mean, I guess he's a vigilante police person. Doesn't he do some detective work? Doesn't he like put some pieces of the puzzle together? Maybe not. Maybe the villains in the Spider-Man universe are so flamboyant and so obvious that, like, you don't have to hunt anyone down. You just have to pay attention to where people are screaming and then start web slinging towards it. So I could be wrong. William says, look at the logo. If it's a mask, it is in the base standard set. If it's a spider, it is not in the base standard set. Oh my god, William, you are a genius. I really appreciate that. That actually helped me a lot. Spider-Man is about the quips and humor. There's some humor. Hexanort says, not in the set, but Carnage. No, it's okay. Any Spider-Man cards are good. It all counts. Carnage, Crimson, Chaos. Oh! That looks like a leak. But it's probably been very leaked. This Carnage card was shipped early. Oh, yeah. You know, yeah, it was shipped by accident. You know, this happens every set to the point that I'm like, this is no accident. This is just some clever marketing. Carnage, Crimson Chaos. 4-mana 4/3 symbiote villain. Trample. When Carnage enters, return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. It gains this creature attacks each combat if able, and when this creature deals combat damage to a player, sacrifice it. Also has Mayhem for 2 mana. I think this card's awful. I'm very disappointed in this Carnage. I'm very, very disappointed. Like, what does this card do? Return to our creature card with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. That's it. Only when it enters. And we have to sacrifice it once it deals damage to a player. When this creature deals damage... Oh, so the idea... Maybe the idea is to bring it back without actually dealing damage? Remind you of what Mayhem does? Oh boy, do I not have an answer for you at all. Mayhem MTG mechanic. We're gonna look it up. I'm gonna find out in a minute. Mayhem works simultaneously to Madness, enabling an alternate casting cost if you discard a card with Mayhem from your hand. There you go. I hope that helps. It's like Madness. That's not a full explanation, but I'm not gonna dig into it. Mayhem equals Madness, but you have to respect timing rules. Oh, so you can't like put a creature in at instant speed, is what you're telling me. Checks notes, no actual carnage detected. Yeah, it didn't do anything. It's you know what carnage should have been like? It should have been like what's it called? What's that black creature card? Enters the battlefield, give everything -1/-1, and if a creature died, keep repeating this. And basically Massacre Girl. Like this is how I envisioned Carnage to be. Something like this. Where like the killing, it just cascades out of control. Like this is a cold-blooded murderer. A serial killer. This is supposed to be the craziest of the crazy. Lackluster Carnage should be ripping through weakling creatures. Exactly! You got that's 100% right. 100%. I give the Academy Award for best flavor to Ellis Flowers. Carnage should have some... Yeah, I know. It doesn't remove anything. It's Carnage, for some reason, is resurrecting bodies. Now, okay. Carnage apparently, I think, recruited people. Carnage made like sort of an A team of villains, I think. Something like that. So maybe that's the point. But like outside of that, this is not Carnage-like. Anyway, that literally kills nothing upon entering the battlefield. Anyway, there might be like more incarnations of Carnage in the future, so we shouldn't judge Carnage too badly. It's a 2-mana 4/3 with trample that and resurrects any 3-mana or less from your grave. In theory, if you can discard it. It's possible. Is that Secret Lair? It could be. Who knows? Anyone else look at these and see slush designs? The designs are weird. They're a little weird, aren't they? All right, so moving on. Reminder: you can bring back a creature with tap ability. Yeah. So that's what I was trying to get at earlier. The best thing to bring back would be just something that doesn't deal damage, because if it doesn't deal damage, you get to keep it for forever. Do you really want that in your Carnage deck, though? Doesn't seem flavorful to me at all. How many Spider-Men can they print? Well, infinite. They can print like 12 copies of the same Spider-Man. There's a million Spider-Mans out there. Looks like AI designs. You know what? It's possible. They should have had some hardcore Spider-Man people on the set. So anyway, okay, moving on. Let's see. Okay, we need new cards to talk about. We got Angry Rabble. This is a 2-mana 2/2 human citizen. They don't seem to like Spider-Man for some reason. They're very anti-Spider-Man. Trample. Whenever you cast... Why do they have Trample? Because they're a crowd? Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, this creature deals 1 damage to each opponent. And then for 6 mana, put 2+1/+1 counters on this creature. Activate only as a sorcery. This makes no sense to me. What does this have to do with just like an angry rioting crowd? There are infinite Marvel universes. You know what? I hate infinite universe themes, but to some extent, since it's already canon in Marvel anyway, I can sort of get past that. I thought it was so stupid that they combined all the Spider-Man movies together, but I guess that's how the comic books work anyway, so it makes some sense. Draft Chaff. Look at this. Is such a power crept Grizzly Bear. 2 mana for a 2/2 with trample that can buff this thing up. That snipes people for 1 damage. You're right. Garbage. Get it out of here. It's trash. We gotta take out the trash here. There's like 7 main universe Peter Parker cards already if you count the Origin of Spider-Man. Did we look at that? Origin of Spider-Man. Oh yeah, we did. We saw that card. Next! We looked at Aunt May. Ooh! Did we look at this? I don't remember this. It's Beetle. Legacy Criminal. It looks like Spider-Man, but isn't. It's anti-Spider-Man. It's a 4 mana 3/3 human rogue villain. Flying. For 2 mana, exile this card from your graveyard. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. It gains flying until end of turn. Activate only as a sorcery. What an absolute crap card. I don't know how good or bad Beetle was as a villain. I imagine Beetle was terrible because I never heard of this. I never heard of this character. It's one of those, like... This character was so bad it didn't even make the cartoon series. Yeah, more chaff. But you know what? Maybe that's why it's so bad. Because, it's like one of those filler villains for one comic book, and you never hear about them again. Christopher B says, you hate infinite parallels. MTG is theoretically infinite, but no counterparts. Well, no, but there's no, like, parallel dimension Jace. Like, there's not, like, as far as I understand, there's not, like, 2 Jaces. The only situation where this is true, and I don't like it very much, is with Khans of Tarkir, where there's, like, 2 timelines, where there's a Sarkhan where all the dragons are dead, and there's a Sarkhan where all the dragons are alive. So I'm not thrilled with that, but I suck it up for the most part. Wouldn't use it in Pauper, so sad. A common legendary. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. That's so a Pauper commander deck can truly exist. Or I guess they already existed, but you have more options now. They had so many good effects in the Final Fantasy set that they had to slap activate only as a sorcery on every new Spider-Man card. Look, people, if all these cards were great, like Standard would suck. It would be so power crept unbelievably beyond playability. Standard has to be a little bit more stable than that. What about Planar Chaos or Space Bellerin? I don't consider... Space Bellerin isn't canon to me. Space Bellerin? You telling me this is canon? Oh, I guess it is. No, but this is just regular... It's just regular Jace in space. Which, why not? But I think it's goofy. I think it's just regular Jace in a spacesuit. Spider-Man said is the opposite of power creep. Yeah, we're powering things down. They're keeping the power under control. So you can enjoy these cards for their aesthetic. But I don't know how actual Spider-Man fans love these cards. Okay, we're gonna review more of these cards. So far, we burned all the good ones on the first show. But you know what? Maybe there's some secret surprises. Maybe there's even more legendary cards at common that you can get at FusionGamingOnline.com. Don't forget, deal of the week this week, 15% off all Lost Caverns of Ixalan singles. That includes Cavern of Souls, some beautiful looking islands, the Bloodletter of Aquazots. But it's not just that. You have to get your Spider-Man cards. Get your Final Fantasy cards. Where else are we get? Spider-Man! This is exactly what we're here today, people. And you can pre-order using my coupon code, my beautiful coupon code, Nikachu. Isn't it beautiful? You plug this thing in as you're purchasing your cards, and you get 5% off everything that's in your order. And it also supports the channel. It's a win-win. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online. As sets are coming out like crazy, you don't have to commit to any deck. You can playtest them all with all the new cards when you're renting with Mana Traders. And then when you're certain of the deck that you want to buy, you go buy it in paper. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_JTD. All right, back to the alternate universe everything. Where we are, we're at Beetle Legacy. What's the next card? What have we not seen before? Oh, we didn't see this Doc Ock. Look at this Doc Ock. This is Doc Ock. This is Spider-Man movie Doc Ock, right? This looks like something from the movies. Honestly, it's a cursed if you it's a cursed if you do, cursed if you don't thing. If cards too strong, people complain. If cards too weak, people complain. Well, you're right. You're actually right in a million ways. Okay, 5 mana for a 4/5 human scientist villain. If there are 8 or more cards in your graveyard, Doc Ock as base power and toughness 8/8. Like an octopus. Anyway, as long as you control another villain, Doc Ock has hexproof. That is a cool card. I like that card. So it's basically has threshold. This is threshold with flavor. Instead of 7 cards in your graveyard, you need 8. Becomes an 8/8, and for as long as you have another villain in play, you can't touch this. Another common legendary here as well. Oh, this is a good one then. I don't know how many other villains you can throw in your common deck, though. Oh, I know one villain. Oh, damn. I can't go back. Is that beetle thing. The beetle card. Okay, we have Dr. Octopus Master Planner, the other very funsy Doc Ock. Ooh, it's a Demir. 7 mana for a 4/8. This is mythic. Other villains you control get +2/+2. And also, your maximum hand size is 8. Why? It's pathetic. At the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 8 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. That's not terrible. I wouldn't mind tutoring this thing onto the battlefield or reanimating it. I think that's good. It's effectively, what's it called? It's like a Wheel of Fortune. It's a one-sided Wheel of Fortune. Would you say Beetle is a waifu card? Nah. I can't tell what the hell is underneath the mask. Villain Kindred! Because octopus arms? No, I get it. I understand the 8, but like this, like why give the ability? It's meaningless. It's like your maximum hand size is 8 instead of 7 now. What a waste of text. At the beginning of your end step, though, if you have fewer than 8 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the difference. That is powerful. This is a really strong card. So if you empty your hand and then reanimate Doc Ock, I will admit it only triggers at the end step, but that's okay because you get an end step every single turn. It might as well be an ETB. You refill your hand again. I think it's really nice. This will probably turn out to be used often since there will be more villain cards in the future. That's a great point. This is the villain of all villains. See, all villains come to Dr. Octopus's yard. There is an MJ card. Okay, what's the MJ card? Can I just look up MJ? Failed. Did not work. Okay, I think this card's great. Dr. Octopus is great. Powerful stuff. Then we've got Doc Ock's Henchmen. And we all know henchmen. They're stupid. I mean, all henchmen have the same characteristics. They have no aim. They don't seem to have any training. They're probably very poorly paid. They have no fighting skills. They probably had to pay for their own uniform. Say this is a 3 mana 2/1 human villain with flash. When it attacks, it connives. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's really not that bad. The only problem is 3 mana is a lot of mana. Like, usually you want to be doing something much more powerful for 3 mana, but it has flash. Just flash it in, start conniving every turn. Might have to send it to its death, though. Mana cost is 7, throw it away. Are you talking about the Doc Ock card? Oh, I'm not there anymore. Well, the point is you have to cheat it in play. You're not going to be playing a 7 mana card fairly. The card the Mind Stone already exists. Oh, is there a Mind Stone in the Avengers? Twin Way, MJ Rising Star. Do we have a waifu? Is this really what? I don't think this is a it doesn't have that anime look to it. It's a 3 mana 2/3 human performer, vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 on MJ. We need a closer look here. But I don't think this is anime like. Does not hit the waifu qualifications. No, I don't think why. I mean, obviously she's a woman, but maybe I don't understand the definition of the waifu. But I thought the waifu was a anime card. MJ is real pretty. There's no doubt about that. Also an actress. She is a beautiful woman, but she ain't a waifu. There we go. Do you want that? You put it perfectly. I couldn't put it better myself. Yeah, that's the trying to look realistic style. Well, it's not perfectly realistic. We've got like Giovanni over here. This guy actually might look more. Okay, check this out, chat. This guy actually might look more husbando. You know, just the angle. This looks more anime to me. Look at that blocky chin, the pointy chin, and everything. Look at the pointy head. Look how the head. Look at it, people. It just needs a spiky hair or something. Anyway, this is more husbando than MJ as waifu. He got the big yaoi hands. Have you looked at Venom Eddie Brock? No. Let's take a look at that one. Venom Eddie. Oh yeah, MJ Rising Star. Nice art. Really awful card. Yeah, not worth it. Probably fine in draft. Venom Eddie Brock. So, do they have... This looks like it's from the movie. So, did they make separate cards, like comic book style, and then like movie style? Because this looks very much movie-like. Venom Eddie Brock. This is a 6 mana 6/4 symbiote villain with menace. Whenever another creature dies, put a +1/+1 counter on Venom. If that creature was a villain, draw a card. Oh, I see. So if we eat, because remember, Venom loves to eat other people and other things. Oh yeah, this Venom art is absolutely sick. Maybe this is not the best sound effect there. We'll use this one. Depends on the... Oh, it always depends on the artist. Simon Dominic, probably a huge Venom fan. Has a lot of Carnage characteristics to it, but whatever. It's good enough. A lot of good Grixis-focused villains in this set. And there's going to be more villains in the future. Badass metal cover art. Okay, let's look at... The card's okay. I don't know if I'd play this for 6 mana. It's okay, though. Okay, next up. I'm missing a card here. Someone suggested a card. Ugh, I lost it. Okay, well, look at... I think we saw the... Did we see the Iron Spider? Yeah, it was the Iron Man spider. Okay, let's look at brains. In the mid... Oh, and there's no such thing as a card called brains. Yeah, this card does not exist. And back to Venom. Just how offended do you think Steve Ditko would be by the set, or would he even care? I don't even know who Steve Ditko is. Steve Ditko. Who is he? American comics writer and artist of Russian descent. Or Russian descent? He's better known for co-creating the superheroes Spider-Man, Peter Parker, and Doctor Strange / Stephen Strange for Marvel Comics. He created many other characters for various publishing companies. Wait, did Stan Lee steal this from him or something? I thought Stan Lee created Spider-Man. Oh, he co-created. Look, Stan, I got this great idea. It's a human, but he gets bitten by a spider, and then all of a sudden he's got spider powers. You know what's really funny is the funny thing is I don't even consider a spider very powerful. They get smushed by every mammal in existence. It's only like the king or queen of all the other bugs. It's like a bug eater, but like it's super low on the food chain, for crying out loud. Like if Spider-Man was up against like someone who got bit by a frog, the frog should win just in flavor. The frogs eat the spiders. Are crabs spiders? No, it's seafood. I got bit by a spider and all I got was pain. That sounds bad. You should get that checked by a doctor, little dead fly. I don't know if we did this Venom Evil Unleashed. Let's take a look at this one. Venom Evil Unleashed. I like how we learned so much about the lore of Spider-Man universe. The precise genesis is up for debate. Even Kirby was supposedly involved at one point. Oh, yeah. Okay, we have a 5-mana 4/5 symbiote villain. Death Touch. For 3 mana, exile this card from your graveyard. Put 2+1/+1 counters on target creature. It gains Death Touch until undeterred. Activate only as a sorcery. You know what? This crossed my mind. How much is this going to affect Pauper? Because this is a... I'm looking at these cards like, oh, this is just jank nonsense. Look, these jank nonsense cards completely rock Pauper. Like, it's a powerful format, but there's a lot of decks that need some sort of win condition. And like maybe this is it. Like a 5-mana 4/5 creature just completely outclasses a lot of stuff going on in Pauper. As long as it's not getting completely tempoed out. Wait, there's a third Venom? There's like a million versions of every card. There's a million Spider-Mans, there's a million Venoms. Talatar says there's a place in China where birds won't fly because it's full of active spider webs and nests. It's an abandoned city, so I think they're winning. Okay, maybe birds are lower on the food chain than those spiders. Graphic says it's funny because Spider-Man has a lot of non-spider power, like his superhuman strength. Yeah, I know. If anything, the radiation probably has way more influence over his power than the spider did. If anything, he should be called Nuclear Man. He was bitten by a radioactive he was exposed to nuclear material. Maybe Stan Lee and who's that guy? Steve Ditko probably debated that. It's like Stan Lee should be called Nuclear Man. No, it's Spider-Man. No, Nuclear. Spider-Man is stupid. Who would buy a comic book called Spider-Man? That sounds complete nonsense. You gotta go big or go home with Nuclear. Anyway, Spider-Man somehow won, and you know what? It was a banger. Symbiotes would have been cool as living artifact creature equipments or as mutate cards. Toilet Duck says, I think the closest we'll get to a waifu set in either the Final Fantasy set or Foundations or Foundations Jumpstart. Oh, Final Fantasy was 100% a waifu set. Amazing waifu set. Waifu set for the ages. Okay, Graphic says, especially the versions where he doesn't have biological webs, but it comes from technology. At that point, you ain't a Spider-Man. Yeah, I know, exactly. But I don't... You know, it goes to show, though, if some versions of Spider-Man had the biology, it implies to me that the other versions of Peter Parker, like, just didn't know how to use his spider web. They didn't even know it existed. Imagine one day when he's really old, he accidentally shoots some spider web when he was using the machine the entire time. He realized, I could do that the entire time? Really? Unbelievable. Okay, Steve Cooper. Shocker. Unshakable. He's canonically kinda a B tier villain. Oh, this guy. Yeah. 6 mana for a 5/5 human rogue villain. During your turn, Shocker has first strike. When Shocker enters, it deals 2 damage to target creature and 2 damage to that creature's controller. Like this is like another example of supreme flavor fail. Whereas like, okay, the damage dealing part, this is great. It should have like ETB, deal 2 damage, but it also should have some sort of tap ability of dealing 2 damage. It should have been some sort of infinite mana sink that if you spend a lot of mana on this thing, it could kill somebody. William says it is the proportionate strength to a spider, and spiders can lift 50 to 170 times their own weight. So Spider-Man can conceptually lift 50 to 170 times his own weight. Well, okay, let's say Spider-Man is like that sounds insane. Let's say let's be conservative here. Spider-Man is 150 pounds. You're saying you can lift 170 times his own weight. So you can lift 25,500 pounds. That's what you're telling me here. I'm going to look up how... what is 25,000 pounds? What is 25,000 pounds in weight? If there is anything. It's just giving me conversions. I don't know anything that heavy off the top of my head. Conceptually, this is a concept thing. He does do a shock the spell kind of. Yeah, I mean there is a shock. I like that. I like that of the shocker. There should be more to it than that. I think there should be more. 25.5 tons. It's a lot of tons. Yeah, I don't need the conversion though. I just need something that's actually that weight. Ellis says, yeah, an onboard shock, like tap for it at 6 mana, sure. Yeah. Something. Okay, Graphic Pap says, he is insane. Spider-Man canonically has to hold back to not kill people. You know, that's all the heroes, though. None of the heroes... I don't know, how many heroes kill people? Can anyone name any heroes that just literally kill people? Whenever I, like, watch a movie, I pay very close attention to the hero. Did they kill anybody? Like, literally... Usually when the someone dies, they, like, died by accident. Like, they slipped and then fell off a ledge. Or fell down a hole or a pit or something like that. Peter originally never had organic web shooters. It was always a mechanical web shooter. Well, in the very first version, but remember, there's a million alternate universes. Deadpool? Okay. You know what? You got me there. Punisher? Only henchmen? I don't even know if the henchmen kill people. Henchmen, to me, are bumbling buffoons. By the way, I was not trying to make a point like there's no hero. I was just asking, you know, which ones kill people. Deadpool and Punisher don't mind killing people. Maybe even Wolverine. Did Wolverine kill people? How does he not accidentally kill people? Okay. Let's get another card. Who the hell is still... okay, we have Fun Wei. Spider-Punk looks very cool. Did we look at Spider-Punk? Isn't that that's the Rockstar one, right? Yeah, we did that one. Sorry about that, Fun Wei. I've actually looked at that card several times at this point. Wolverine definitely kills people. Definitely. Another person, Wolverine definitely kills people. Okay, Stormy Cat says an 18-wheeler weighs about 20. Okay, excellent, Stormy Cat. This is perfect. What does an 18-wheeler? What does that even look like? Okay. There we go. That's very important. I'll tell you why. Okay, so in theory, Spider-Man can lift this truck. In theory. Now, does Spider-Man ever lift anything that heavy? Maybe? He stopped the train in the movie. I can't remember if he lifted a truck, though. Like, it was nothing. There's a whole movie about Wolverine murdering people. Oh, I never saw the movie, but I saw the clips. I went down a clip. The problem is I saw so many clips, I felt like I watched the whole movie. It looked really cool. Iron Man even kills in the movies where he goes overseas. He's it's easier to kill overseas. When you come back home, he doesn't have to worry about the consequences. It's outside the jurisdiction. Okay, we got moving on. Where's my list of people? Where's the list? Oh no, it's not here. I have the whole list of there we go. Let's look at Double Trouble. Yeah, that's a problem. It's a 5-mana instant, double the power of each creature you control until end of turn. It's like, okay, but it's not. That's a rare? I've pulled my rare card, the Double Trouble. It's literally Team Rocket. Did we look at Gwen Stacy? I think we looked at Gwen Stacy. That's the problem. Turiat. Yeah, we saw Gwen Stacy. We saw the backside of her. Sorry about that, Turiat. We saw it like in the first show. Spider-Punk count is at like 5. Oh yeah, people love their Spider-Punk. Probably the most popular of all the Spider-Man. Spider-Men. Okay, Steve Cooper with Stegron. Or Stegron? Stegron the Dinosaur Man. I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs. Legendary comic panel. What the hell? 5-mana, 5/4 dinosaur villain with menace. Dinosaur formula. For 2 mana, discard this card. Until end of turn, target creature you control gets +3/+1 and becomes a dinosaur in addition to its other types. What the hell is this? Sturgon the Dinosaur Man. Oh, no, this can be a villain. Did Spider-Man have to turn himself into a dinosaur in order to compete with the other with this dinosaur? Yeah, we saw the Soul Stone. Really cool card. Had a long discussion about it, too. Oh, yeah, I have to watch my language sometimes. I have to watch my language. Out of context, Nikachu, number 54. Double Trouble phrasing is so weird. If you buff creatures after you cast it, does it get doubled? Yes, actually. Where's our Double Trouble? So double the power. Oh, you're right. I think no. Double the power of each creature. The power of each creature. It'll just say double the power of each creature control until end of turn. If you buff creatures after you cast it, I actually don't know. That's such a great point. I thought it said double strike. You are 100% right about this, Yoko Samari. Do we have a rat? No, we don't have a gatherer text for this card yet. Double the power of each creature. I imagine it's a timestamp thing, so it's just double immediately. So if it's a 3/3 creature, it gets like +6/6, but I don't know for sure. I don't play with these types of cards. Okay, Christopher B with a spectacular tactics. Do they have a J. Jonah Jameson card? I was just thinking about that right now. They have to have a J. Jonah Jameson card. Okay, 2 mana, instant. Choose one. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. It gains hexproof until end of turn. Destroy target creature with power 4 or greater. So you can either protect your card. That's actually a really good card. This is actually a really great card. It's good protection, and it's removal at the same time. You don't usually get that in the same card, where you can protect but also attack, or like also destroy. Spectral Maniacs X, it doesn't get doubled. Doubling power effectively gives plus current power. Cool. The commons in this set are not good enough to create a Pauper Spider deck. Well, you're not gonna make a Spider deck out of like all the commons. You just pick and choose the best ones to go in like a Pauper archetype. They'll do something. They'll do something. I'm telling you, Popper. It just takes one damn card, and it can completely change the format. Funway says, I don't play 60 card formats. Are these removal spells like Venom's Hunger and Scorpion Sting relevant? Let's take a look at Venom's Hunger. Can I eat him? This is a 5-mana sorcery. The spell costs 2 less to cast if you control a villain. Destroy target creature. You gain 2 life if you control a villain. This card's terrible. This is awful. This is actually worse than terrible. My God, this actually could go down as one of the worst removal spells of all time. It is a situational sorcery speed murder. So, like, take a look. Let's just take a look at murder, for example. Let's compare this to murder, the removal spell. Okay, it's 3 mana. It's instant speed. It destroys a creature. This one's 5 mana. That's not good. It's situationally 3 mana. But you need a villain in play. And it's sorcery speed. 3 strikes, you're out. Terrible card. Yeah, that's a funny thing. Yeah, we missed the fine print. You would assume this should be instant speed. Anyway, the 2 life doesn't compensate for the fact. Yeah, it should have been Kindred Sorcery. Yeah, villain. That's a good point. What a wasted opportunity. A lot of wasted opportunities in this set. This was definitely... Well, I don't know. You know what? I'll tell you what this set is for. It's for, like... It's basically for the noobs. It's about getting the noobs in the game. And you have these, like, easy-to-understand cards. And they're going to buy the set, and they're going to get hooked. And they're going to love it. Like, wow, this game is awesome. And then they're going to realize they need a big wallet for all the good cards. Because their Spider-Man cards are going to get thrashed in Standard. Probably still fine in Limited. Yeah, probably. It's definitely a card. Not even an instant. Okay, hold on. Steve Cooper says we do have a J. Jonah Jameson. Daily Bugle Reporters is the closest to a J. Jonah Jameson card so far. If he's not in this set, that's a huge missed opportunity. Just out of curiosity, is the whole set spoiled, or are we waiting on more cards? Where's this set? We got it all. Okay, the Daily Bugle Reporters. Good God! I don't even see J. Jonah Jameson in this. Or is this J. Jonah Jameson? Or, no, I think these are just the reporters. 4 mana for a 2/3 human citizen. When this creature enters, choose 1. We can puff peace. Is that like we're like basically making fake news? Put a +1/+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. Or we can do investigative journalism. Return target creature card with mana value 2 or less from your graveyard to your hand. Return target creature card. You should get an investigate. You should investigate. Oh, another missed opportunity. There were missed opportunities all over the place here. No Stan Lee. Did he work at the Daily Bugle? Worst removal remains Right of the Serpent. Oh, is the Venom card making Right of the Serpent look good? 6 mana sorcery. Destroy target creature. If that creature had +1/+1 counters on it, put a 1/1 green snake. It's pretty bad. Yeah, that one's awful. Trent Sims, I think it would have been a lot better if this was an X-Men or Avengers set instead. There's too many spiders in this set. Well, you know what? I agree that there's a lot of spiders, but there's a reality that there are a lot of Spider-Man. There's a lot of alternate universes. They could have picked one, but I think they wanted to appease like every Spider-Man that existed. And maybe to the hardcore Spider-Man fans, that's something that they like. They like that. No Stan Lee cameo. Oh, Stan Lee is the other Kogi. Yeah, I know who Stan Lee is, but I'm like, why do they work at the Daily Bugle? This is a real person. Arachnophobia. People gonna quit the game from this set. Should call it Stan Lee Shameless Cameo. Yeah, I was about to look if there was a Stan Lee in the background. It isn't, but yeah, there should be a card, Stan Lee Shameless Cameo. Given that Stan Lee isn't basically almost every movie? Was he in every single Spider-Man movie up until his passing? Trent Sims, have we done multiversal passage? It is the chase land for this. Yeah, we did this card. Land as the land enters, choose a basic land type. Then you can pay 2 life. If you don't, enters tapped. The land is of the chosen type. Definitely 100% the chase land of the set. Gonna go in every deck that needs, well, every 5-color deck at least. All right, that's it for today. We need more Spider-Man. We don't have enough Spider-Man cards. We're in draft chaff territory, but I'm glad that we learned a little something about Spider-Man. You learned something about Spider-Man? I know I did. I learned from all of you. As usual, we do the show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. We're also going to thank everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show. And of course, thank you so much for everyone for being here today. People like also bestowing all of your lore knowledge. People like, we got Eggy Potts, we got Little Dead Fly, Steve Cooper, Graphic Pabst, Talithar, we got Trent Sims, Elixir, Little Dead Fly. What else we have? Benjamin Berkey, of course, Bob Talks Bridge, Alice Flowers, Bell, Spectral Maniac, and more. So as usual, my coffee crew, keep brewing those coffees. We're going to keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.